Okay, welcome to Long Island Nightlight LINL Radio interview. I am Lou, and I am really pleased to have a special guest, a very respected and renowned Long Island musician here is with me today, Craig Siegelbaum. Um, Craig is part of the band Blue Light Effect. So if you've been listening to Lionel Radio, if you've heard tunes like Wreckage, another tune of his is No One to Blame. If you've heard songs like that, this is the man behind those tunes. Craig has also been featured on Guitar World magazine, so I'd definitely like to hear about that, and has had music on American Idol. Um, so definitely really, really pleased to have Craig here. Just want to say welcome. Thanks for joining us, Craig, and how you doing today?
Good, man. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course, of course. So Craig and I were just chatting before, before we came on air here, and just talking about the snowstorm that we've been dealing with. So both of us might be a little bit subdued today because we've been shoveling, uh, but we'll try to pick it up and everything.
Yeah.
So, Craig, I thought it might be a good sort of format to maybe start off talking about the band Blue Light Effect.
Okay.
And then maybe work our way into like your individual things, and then maybe go from there into your influences, your musical journey.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you don't mind just filling us in on Blue Light Effect, that'd be cool.
Yeah, sure. Blue Light Effect started during the pandemic. Um, I was doing a bunch of solo work with various singers, releasing some EPs, doing like compilations, like with different singers. And Vinny Verzino, the singer of Blue Light Effect, and I have talked about working together for years. For one reason or another, it didn't pan out. So finally, when I was, during this time, I reached out to him again. I said, "What do you think about working together?" He's like, "Yeah, send me something." So I sent him some tracks, and immediately he connected and wrote vocals to the tracks I sent him, and it went from there. Before you know it, we had a record. This was 2022. We put it out, I believe. So it took a couple of years to get it together, but we it was him and I and Gina Cotillo helped produce it. It's my wife. She's a singer songwriter, and the rest is history with as far as the first record goes. And we did some shows, but right now we're focusing on new music. I actually just was before we came on. I was just listening to the first mix for the first single, which is going to drop pretty soon. And we're thrilled with it. We got with the full band on it this time, because with the first record it was just I did all the music on it, and
Gotcha.
Vinny did vocals, and now this time we have the full band. We have Joe Mignanelli on drums and Justin Cellini on bass, and it's a completely different sound from the first record.
When you say the first,
I love it.
now
Sorry,
are you talking about Wreckage?
the whole album. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. That was just three of us basically made that record, and it was
gotcha,
mixed by David Caggiano, who mixed all my stuff. He mixed the new song we have coming out soon too. So we're
gotcha.
excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was stalking your internet before, I saw something about it was like back in January, like you were promising, and we're actually making new music. So I'm excited to see
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah,
been a long journey, but we're finally getting there. We're gonna probably start with a single. We have a bunch of more ideas that we're working on, and but we don't want to wait for it to do a whole album because it's just gonna take too long. So we're just gonna put out a single. Probably, I would say in the next few weeks it should be ready to go.
very cool.
Yeah, and I'll definitely
Uh,
get that to you.
Now, when I was just like doing my homework prior to us coming and chatting, I saw that there's a music video for Record as
Yes,
well.
yes.
Now, I didn't get to check it out because it was like moments before I joined the call.
Okay.
But I just wanted to ask you about that. I mean, the song is truly inspirational, so I would guess that the video, you know, probably
Yeah,
works hand in hand with that.
it really came out great. We filmed it at my wife's cousin. Her in-laws used to they just sold the house recently, but they lived on a private beach, and we were able to use. I asked them. I said, "Can we use your beach in the video?" And they were like, "Absolutely." And
Oh, that's awesome.
it came out. Yeah, it made a huge difference. I mean, I think it came out great. I love it. Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to I just saw, like, the opening scene, and I saw that it takes place on like a shoreline there, so,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
yeah,
It
once
really
we wrap
makes
up,
yeah, it makes an impact on, I think.
that's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to checking that out, and I'll do my best to spread that around, share that around.
Appreciate it. Yeah, and
Sure.
this new single, I believe, I think it's Wreckage Part Two. Honestly, like lyrically, I think what Vinny was going for, I think it's in a similar vein. I think people will connect with it when you hear it.
Yeah, no, powerful tune. As you know, I played it last night, and,
Yes.
yeah,
Thank
and yeah, it's very inspirational. It's really cool. Um, Now I don't know where I came across this. Do you play piano as well?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
You can hear it on a lot of the blue light stuff.
that's you recording.
Yeah,
What was your first instrument?
actually, it was piano. I'm a self taught musician. I never taken any lessons at all.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah, so I started with piano. We had a piano in the house. I just started messing around with that, and then went on to guitar and a little bass and a little bit of everything. I can't sing. I can't play drums or sing, but everything else I'm
Yeah, I guess you let your wife handle the singing, right? I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Her and
Yeah,
I were
I
in a
know
band
I know
together.
your wife is also a very accomplished musician too, so,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah, her
that's
and I
awesome.
were in a band together for years before. Band called Super Genius. Probably sure maybe some people have heard of us, but that was like a punkier alternative kind of band.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, I know the 2 of you combined to, just have, like, a whole ton of, experience and accomplishments and everything like that.
Yeah, she's sang on some of my solo stuff too. I think we did. Actually, we have a video for one of the songs we did. It's called "The Red Sea." Did a few
Cool.
years back. Yeah,
Awesome. That's nice. That's awesome to have, like, a family collaboration, musical collaboration like that.
yeah. And I play guitar in her band when she does shows once in a while. So we still do stuff together like that. But
Yeah,
and she helps us with the blue light stuff. As far as like co-producing with us.
that's awesome. Yeah, no, I like I said, between the 2 of you have, like, a wealth of experience, so that's great. Comes
Thank
out
you,
in the quality of the music.
thank you.
You're welcome. So let's talk about, I'm talking about resume. So I see that you were featured in Guitar World magazine. Can we talk about that a little bit? I mean,
Yeah, it's actually a funny story. They have a spotlight section in the section of the magazine. And I submitted to it. You know, probably a couple years before the issue came out, so I kind of forgot about it.
yeah,
So I'm at the store one day, and I see a new Guitar World comes out, and I see Nuno Betancourt on the cover, who's one of my musical idols. I love the guy. So I pick it up. I'm online, and I'm just I'm gonna buy it. I'm going through it. And I'm like, is that me? Picture of me in it. And
that's
there it
amazing.
was. Yeah.
So they didn't notify you that you were going to be
No,
in it. That's
no. Like I said, I
you
totally
picked me
forgot
up.
about it.
Yeah,
And there it was, and it was just an honor to be in the same issue as Nuno. It was
yeah.
great.
No, that works out perfectly.
Yeah,
It's a good thing you grabbed it.
yeah. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have, honestly, if it was
Yeah,
somebody who I really didn't wasn't
right.
interested.
So, I mean, and that's a cool story. Maybe that's a good jumping off point to talk about your own influences, like,
Yeah,
who you've kind of who's inspired you along the way.
sure. Well, for me, it started. I mean, growing up, my parents played the Beatles and Elton John and Billy Joel and that kind and Bee Gees and that kind of stuff. And then I heard Kiss, and that changed my life.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, I went on my path on my rock journey, and listen to I like all the '80s stuff. I know like some people aren't crazy about that era, but I love like a lot of those bands and those guitar players just had a big impact on me. I don't necessarily play like those guys anymore. Like I back in the day I would try to emulate that, but I went in a different direction. But I love that music and even like other like Depeche Mode, The Cure, Tears for Fears, like stuff like that. And I also got to heavier stuff as I evolved as well. Obviously Metallica and bands like that. And then later on, um, I would say like bands like Seven Dust, Alter Bridge. I can go on and on.
I don't know, how many times I've done you're actually this is the 30th interview I've done. I don't know how many people have said everything changed when I heard Kiss.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
like, so many people have said that. I guess it was just like it just spun people's heads around when those
Yeah,
were doing what they were doing.
yeah, especially at a young age, the impression that the whole image and everything, the music just
Yeah.
made an impact.
Um, so I have a question because I'm a multi-instrumentalist too. I
Okay.
play piano and guitar as well, and I'm wondering if you see that if you see challenges to that. Like sometimes I find it a little challenging to keep up with playing more than one instrument, and I'm just curious since you do that as well. Do you ever find it like, I don't know, frustrating or challenging or
No, but I do find like lately, I don't play as much guitar as I used to. I'm more on the piano and the keyboards, doing a lot of composing, and I need to play more guitar.
Uh-huh.
It's definitely something I've
I
slacked on.
think that's where yeah, I think that's where if I have my own frustrations with it, it's just like keeping your chops up on both instruments,
Right,
and
right.
and then also sometimes I find that keeping up on gear, like just the knowledge of gear,
Yep.
I find my knowledge of gear is really shallow
Yeah,
because I'm doing a couple of different instruments, so, you know,
yeah, yeah.
but I
You got to focus on one and
yeah,
get better at that.
yeah, so
Yeah, no, I definitely hear what you're saying with that.
when you perform live, is it always on guitar or do you perform on keyboard as well?
Yeah, no, guitar. We'll use the tracks, the piano tracks, and
Gotcha.
incorporate them into the sound. But honestly, we haven't played a lot of shows. We Blue Light Effect's probably done a handful of shows,
Sure.
just because yeah, I'm sure the scene on Long Island is not it's not very conducive to original acts at this point.
No, and it just seems like, the venues are dwindling. You hear about ones closing, and you don't hear about new ones opening, so,
Right,
yeah.
right. So that's a little frustrating. So we're just focusing on writing, recording, and putting out the music. And
Sure.
if we can find a gig here and there, we'll do it. We've gone out. We did one show at a festival in Rhode Island, which was cool, but it's hard to maintain. Going out on the road and
Yeah,
everybody's got careers and families and stuff. So
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, no, and I see bands putting alternative kinda like renting out a hall or VFW hall and putting on shows, doing things like that, original
yeah,
bands,
that's
so
right. Thinking outside the box. That's a great idea too.
yeah, folks are starting to, I guess, branch into, like, I guess, little alternative ways of getting
Yeah,
into music.
hopefully that builds a community of bands that work together to build up a scene again.
Yeah, yeah. So I hear, I don't know if you hear anything about this, Mike Del Judas putting together a new music venue that's
Yes.
gonna sort of
Yeah, I
be
know. Yeah, I know, Mike. I think it's going to be more like a. It's not going to be like for band. I think it's going to be more like a singer-songwriter kind of place.
oh, right, okay. And I saw, like a sort of a split, like a 70-30 original to cover band
Okay,
split or
that's
something like that.
that's good.
Whether that's accurate or not, I don't know, but that's kinda cool though. Um, seems like he wants to give back to Long Island a little bit and contribute
Yeah,
to the scene, so
yeah, it's great. Definitely.
yeah, so you know him personally, huh?
Yeah, I know Mike. We've done some gigs together with my previous band. I was in a band called Half Circle Drive.
Oh, cool.
We played. Yeah, we did some shows with him when he was in this band called Kid Gloves.
Oh, yeah, oh, wow, he was in King Gloves?
Yeah, he played bass in Kid Gloves.
I had no idea. I remember going
Yeah,
out to see them at Molly Bloom's in Smithtown, like, when I was a kid well, not a kid, I was just 21, but
yeah. That band like rotated members a lot, but he at one point he wasn't in the band.
wow, that's
Yeah,
interesting. I never
yeah,
knew that. Yeah, that's cool. I
yeah.
saw him perform, in the town of Rocky Point. They kinda, like, closed the town down for a big shot, and it was
Yeah,
awesome. I mean,
yeah,
really awesome band and just a great show and everything like
yeah.
that.
He's
So,
a very talented guy. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, so if someone who's successful like that comes and gives a little juice to the scene maybe that'll help us all out, so
Sure.
but, alright, so, I mean Craig, it's been awesome chatting with you today. Oh, yeah, there's one more thing in my notes that I just
Sure.
wanted to cover that I missed. I saw that you've had music on American Idol, so maybe we could before we wrap up, maybe we could talk about that.
Okay. Well, Yeah, that's a whole nother aspect of what I do. Um, I've been doing music licensing for about 15 years, mostly with my band and artist music. So that was the band Half Circle Drive I was telling you about. We had a song licensed to American Idol. Never
Okay.
heard it, never saw it, but they paid us
Yeah.
for it. So,
Yeah.
but I've had music on a bunch of stuff: MLB Network, Real Housewives, UFC, bunch of stuff. So actually, the last I would say 6 or 7 months, I've been writing a ton of production music, just basically for TV and film and stuff like that. So that's been a whole nother thing that I've
Yeah.
been doing.
I thought I saw something like that, and I was, like, a little hesitant to ask you about it,
Oh
like, "Are
yeah,
you
sure.
writing a film?" Because I thought I saw something and then I couldn't find it again or whatever, but that's cool. So that verifies I did see that.
Yeah, so I've been writing a lot of music for that stuff, and I've been actively pitching it and trying to get it placed. I'm with a couple of different music libraries where my music is, and but I'm just constantly working that too, as well as doing the band. And I also have another project. I don't know if you saw that called Echoes Across the Sky.
No,
It's a solo project of mine. It's more in the post rock genre. It's more piano based, but it's dark. It's pretty cool stuff. So actually I'm about 9 songs in on that next record, which I
oh,
just
wow.
started it 2 weeks ago, and I haven't stopped writing for it. So I have 9 songs already, which I can't
That's
believe.
great.
So that should be out some point this year too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I dig the diversity with which, you have this passion and the ability to make this music, and then you're just diversifying, the use for it, and I think that's really awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been fortunate to be prolific. I just it hasn't stopped, and I hope it never does.
Yeah, no, no, that's great, and maybe other original artists can glean some ideas just from hearing this, hearing this interview, just the different avenues to take with their music, other than just performing at the local bar.
It definitely, I mean, licensing's definitely could be a lucrative thing for people. They should definitely look into doing it.
That's cool.
Definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. So not only are we, having a fun talk about music, but we're learning something here today.
Yeah, and the
I like
licensing business is like completely different from the music business. It's the entertainment business. It's more TV and film
Sure.
business. So it's a different mentality. So when I'm writing for that, it's a totally different mindset. I'm thinking that, not songs. Just
Sure.
you know,
Sure. I'm sure that and I mean, this is just me guessing at it here, but I'm sure you got to get right to the point if you're
yes,
writing, so
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Most of the tracks that I've written in this time that I've been doing this the last 6 months, I'd say they're a minute and a half, 2 minutes long.
yeah, because you're not developing something, you're just dropping it quickly
Right.
onto somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Awesome. Well, Craig, I have to say it's been my pleasure chatting with you today.
Same here.
I appreciate you taking the time, even though your back is sore and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, Well, if I just want to address the audience quickly. If you are viewing this, of course, always want to remind you to like and subscribe and comment and all that kind of jazz. That's real necessary. If you're listening to this on LINL Radio, just don't go anywhere, because we're going to back this up with some of the music that Craig has been talking about during this interview. And just a reminder that LINL Radio is 24/7 music and music content. And also a reminder that you can download the free app whether you have iPhone or Android. So once again, Craig Siegelbaum, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And I appreciate, of course, any listener. Craig, if you just hang out a moment, that'd be awesome.